Hey everyone, this is Mooney coming to you from the University of North Texas, where I run the jazz guitar program. I'm a Benedetto artist. Got my new CD from Sunnyside Records. I'm a Sunnyside Records artist, live at National Sawdust. Got my book Personalizing Jazz Vocabulary, and I just want to give a shout out to Jazz Guitar Today for collaborating with me on these videos to get them out into the universe. So I wanted to elaborate a bit on a previous video. I did a video on Fretboard Fluency, talking about how I learned the neck of the guitar. And I talked about, I learned the caged positions, the 5 shapes on the neck that I didn't know were called caged at the time. It was just something that I was handed at a jazz camp. This was pre-internet, so if somebody handed you something with some information, it was golden. You took what scraps you could find, and I supplemented those cage positions, which were the way that I learned to play in positions this way on the neck, with arpeggio shapes that I would use to ascend and connect those positions. And then I would also practice a lot playing all 1/8 notes on tunes in certain areas of the guitar. So upon making that last video a few weeks ago or whatever, I started talking to some students that I teach here at UNT that maybe I didn't feel were fluent enough on the neck of the guitar, and so we started talking about playing all 1/8 notes in certain positions. And then as I demonstrated it on different tunes, I realized that beyond just the caged scale shapes and the arpeggios, the ascending arpeggios, I have very specific shapes that I use over chords in certain positions of the neck. So I thought it would be a good idea to maybe go through the anatomy of position playing, or maybe the geometry of position playing, since it's so much about shapes. And it seemed to work. I was a student a couple weeks ago. We were playing through Solar, using that idea of like staying in one neck of the guitar, and we would alternate choruses. I would say, you play a chorus in this area, and then I'll play one in this area. Then you play here, and vice versa. So on. We would trade. And so I was thinking, man, when I'm here, and just to maybe talk about Solo for a second, it's a Miles Davis tune, or one of those that Miles Davis appropriated from somebody else. But the idea is it's a C minor for 2 bars, or maybe C minor major 7 sometimes, and then a bar of G minor 7, bar of C7 to F. So 2, 5, 1 and F, then a bar of F minor 7, B flat 7, 2, 5 and E flat major, and then a quicker E flat minor, A flat 7, D flat, 2 beats each, and then D minor 7 flat 5, G7, C minor. So it's a very concise little tune. So I'll just go through the specific shapes that I use in certain areas, particular areas of the neck. So if I'm right here, got a C minor chord, I have my C harmonic minor scale is right here. I want to make it Dorian. All right, I've got using my old caged shape, I've got my B flat major right here, which is C Dorian. But I find that a lot of the time what I'll play off of is this. It's like an E flat major 7 arpeggio, because it's important for me to know what the chords are from the 3rd and the 5th as well, but particularly the 3rd. So a C minor 7 from the 3rd is an E flat major 7. And if I want to make it a C minor major 7, I can go. And for some reason, I was telling a student, if you go, that's like a jazz trope, or a jazz, as Frank Zappa would say, you make a jazz noise here. For some reason, that's a jazz noise. So things like that will sound like jazz. I'll play that. Here's a C minor 7 arpeggio right here. Then in a G minor 7, I find that I use this a lot. There's that same little figure, right? And when I say I use it, I improvise off of that shape and that sound. So I'm not going to play this every time, but I might go. Then there's C7 right here, a C7 arpeggio. C7 chord. And if I wanted to alter that C7 in some kind of way, I could do something like this in this position. There's G minor, what I call in my book a 5/8 note resolution cell. Just the idea that on beats 3 and 4 of that C7 measure, you get those 4/8 notes to go 3 and 4 and then resolve on beat 1 of the next measure. So you get 5/8 notes. So like in this position, I'm thinking it's kind of like a D flat minor shape. A half step up from C7, and then a resolution to F. That's a good one to do in that area of the guitar. Then when I get to F, I'm using that same idea, but with this finger in F major 7 arpeggio. Right? Then for F minor, kind of this shape, and then B flat 7. This shape here, and if I want to alter that B flat 7, I can go like there's a 5/8 note one right there. Into E flat major, and E flat minor, A flat 7. If I want to alter the A flat 7, there's an A flat augmented triad. D flat, D minor 7 flat 5. Often when I'm playing a minor 7 flat 5, I think about a major 7 sound on the flat 5. So I'll play A flat major again, or A flat major 7 sharp 11. G7. And again, if I want to alter it, I could use a G augmented triad, or I could use a D flat major triad, a tritone sub. Right? So if I go to this area of the neck, so the thing is the shapes are going to repeat because, you know, there's only so many ways you can play a minor 7 arpeggio. It's just they're going to repeat in a slightly different order, and I'll show you what I mean. So if I'm here, I'm thinking C minor, right? There's E flat major. A major 7 on the 3rd, C minor is a major 7, C minor 7 arpeggio from the 3rd is an E flat major 7. If I want to put a minor major 7, put a B natural in it. Then when I get to G minor, it's the same shape that down here I used for F minor to B flat 7. Another alteration. If I want on C7, I could play an F sharp triad or a G flat major triad to resolve to F. There's my F major. Major 7 arpeggio from the 3rd is a minor 7, so F major 7 is A minor 7. Here's F minor. Same shape I used down here for E flat minor. There's B flat 7. Again, I could use those same alterations. E flat major for E flat minor. A flat 7. For D flat major, I can think F minor right there, which puts me right in this same spot, correct spot for a D minor 7 flat 5. G7, and right here, C minor, same shape I used here for G minor. G minor 7, that was the one I used down there for E flat minor 7. It's really a B flat major 7 arpeggio. There's C7, or I want to get fancy, C7, I could go the C half whole diminished scale right there. F major 7. So these are shapes I've repeated. I don't remember exactly what from down there, but it's the same shapes. F minor, B flat 7, E flat major, E flat minor, A flat 7, D flat. D minor 7 flat 5 to G7, C minor. So So right here, got this shape for C minor, which down here I think I did an F minor. If I wanted to be minor major 7, there's my B natural. Here's G minor. As you and I'm going up, roughly related to the caged position. So I'm trying to cover the whole neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there'll be 5, and then I'm basically back to the beginning. And, when I improvise on this stuff, I don't stick so strictly to these positions. I kind of play freely, but these are the shapes that I tend to use. So again, C minor, G to C7. There's an F sharp triad right there, right? If I want to do C7, the tritone sub of C7, F major. And I'm cheating a little bit. Sometimes I'll grab the C there. Sometimes I'll grab it here. There's F minor. There's that. For B flat 7, I can use a B flat augmented triad. E flat major. E flat minor. E flat 7. Flat 9. D flat major. D minor 7 flat 5. G7. Okay, and one more. So if I'm here, C minor. G minor. C7, F major, F minor, E flat major, E flat minor, D flat major, D minor 7 flat 5, G7 to C minor, and then I'm back where I started. So anyway, I started to go through them a little quicker there. I don't want this video to take forever, but those are the actual shapes that I use when I improvise, more or less. Sometimes I mix them up, and there's other things that I do, but that's primarily it. And like I said, I improvise around them. I connect things chromatically. I use little fragments of the jazz language. So I'll demonstrate that right now. I'll play 5 choruses of solo, and I'll do 1 in each position, roughly. And hope you enjoy. Thanks.